Chapter 3. Self-Improvement Skills. Kill your TV and start building your library. Learn from your past. Prepare and plan for the future. Be and live in the present, here and now. Raise your awareness and transmit to the infinite intelligence with your highest, most concentrated frequency possible. Learn to set goals. Improve your self-confidence and discipline. Strive for personal excellence, not perfection. Be humble. Don't make excuses, and own your shit. Go with the flow. Don't sweat the small stuff. Know and understand that it's all small stuff. Don't be an uptight, rigid son of a bitch. Oh yeah, and kill your TV. Start building your library. That's the short version. Now, here's the longer one. They say wisdom comes with age, but that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes age comes alone. If you want to achieve wisdom with age, you must be intentional about it. For self-growth and change, you must learn to be disciplined and motivated. Here's the key to self-growth and improvement. Upgrade your life with continuous incremental change. Continuously identify small things that you can change, leading to a dramatic improvement over time. The key to successfully mastering manifestation of your dreams and aspirations is you have to be smart and put some dedicated thought into it. You can't just fall into it like a naive, trusting puppy dog and convince yourself to quit your job and move to New York to be a Broadway performer if you can't sing and dance, to save your life. I'm a huge believer in dreaming big where the sky is the limit. Absolutely go for it. And don't listen to the naysayers that prophesy your doom and failure, but do listen to your intuition and work to your strengths to give yourself a proper fighting chance. If in fact your dream and passion is to be a Broadway performer, and you have little to no talent, but you've decided, hell or high water, this is your mission, then be smart and realistic about it. Don't quit your job and move to New York with $500 to your name. Take lessons part-time to see if you can develop some skill, moving toward your goal. If, bit by bit, you increase your confidence and skill and start kicking it, then it may be time to make a bold move. And if you're not cut out for it, that reality is going to be clear to you through the process. The infinite intelligence, combined with your intuition, will guide you in another direction towards discovering a new area of personal strength that you can get behind and be passionate about. When aspiring to attain the big dream, the key is to first believe in your heart and soul that you can make it. So, have a passion for it, to get emotionally connected to the idea. Once you have developed a passion and a burning desire for the big goal, you need to break it down into a succession of smaller, short-term, achievable goals. Mapping out and achieving the smaller goals as you move toward the bigger goal will build your confidence and increase your belief that the process is real and actually works when put in action. Put another way, if you try to mow down your big power dream and aspirations in one big chomp, you're going to stall out and choke on it. So break it down into chewable bites, and you're good to go. Many motivational speakers or self-improvement articles will urge you to set one big goal to become obsessive about and work tirelessly until you achieve the goal, which is great advice. However, many and most people that have tried that approach have maybe achieved some partial success with the big goal approach, but usually end in failure. There are many reasons for this failure. One main reason is that to make dramatic life-altering changes can be too overwhelming or just plain hurt. Call out. It's better to change gradually and learn as you go. If I tell a typical person today to stop eating meat and dairy products and adopt a vegan diet starting right now, that person will feel sudden and serious pain, even if he or she is entirely willing to follow my advice. The pain of this drastic change is likely to overcome the person's will to change, resulting in failure. For many people, just the thought of making such a major lifestyle change might prevent them from taking action. Large changes often include false assumptions, where the action plan has not been carefully thought out and is therefore inherently destined for failure. For example, imagine if you quit your job to start earning money as a freelance photographer, so that you'll have greater freedom. At first, the action might be inspiring, but you now find yourself going from 100% employed status to 100% self-employed status overnight, and you may not have anticipated the complexities of self-employment, and quickly find yourself financially tits up. It is better to change gradually and learn as you go. Self-employment is a worthy goal, but better to test your new endeavor in your spare time. Do some trial and error before you quit your job and commit to it full time. Step back and try to look at your life as an observer. Look at work and personal relationships, physical health, mental health, and so forth, and identify areas that need improvement. Observe yourself throughout a typical day, making a record of the problems or difficulties that you encounter. Even after completing a task successfully, ask yourself, how can I do that slightly better in the future? Call out. Understand that you are immaculately made, and you're not broken, nor do you need fixing. You simply need to become centered and do some fine-tuning. Target areas to improve that you feel need priority attention, and look for opportunities to make small improvements. If you have areas in your life that present big-time obstacles and difficulty, know that you don't have to tackle and solve the whole problem at once. Each day, take incremental steps to make things slightly better. We tend to be impatient and want to fix entire problems immediately. The better approach is to continuously make small improvements throughout your life, slowly but surely solving the adversity and challenges that come our way. You'll be amazed by the compound effects of the many small improvements. Those who take the opposite approach, meeting large problems with drastic solutions, often set themselves up for failure. As long as you stay on track, there are no failures. There are simply attempts that don't work out, and which help assist you to find ways that will. Too many people think in terms of, I don't like the way I do this one thing, and I don't like my thinking or reactions to this or that situation, and it needs fixing. If you ever find yourself making the statement, what the fuck is wrong with me? This cultivates a deficiency consciousness and is entirely the wrong way of thinking. Understand that you are immaculately made, and you're not broken, nor do you need fixing. You simply need to become centered and do some fine-tuning. Self-improvement is about making changes in your perceptions, beliefs, and habits. For many, it can mean a complete overhaul of your thinking and how you view and go about living your life. Change takes work, and there are plenty of forces and factors within your psychology working against you that want no part of the change and are perfectly content with the status quo. The process of change requires learning and relearning. It requires breaking the habits of the old self and reinventing a new self. In neuroscience terms, this is synaptic pruning to initiate lasting change. The pre-programmed bad habits and belief systems that you run on autopilot must be identified and eradicated. The first step is to be aware that the paradigms are real and controlling you, until you forcibly shift your vibration and consciousness. The paradigms are programmed within your subconscious mind and control what you do. If the paradigm doesn't shift, the results don't change. If you continue to do as you've always done, you'll continue to get as you've always got. The paradigms are the programs that control your habitual behavior. There is genetic programming and there is environmental programming. Physical, daily practices are required, like healthy living and exercise, goal setting, and meditation. Get well within yourself to identify the habits and ways of thinking that need to change at the very outset of your quest. This is done by focusing not so much on the past nor the future. There will be a time for focus and learning from past mistakes and accomplishments you've done well. And there will be a time to focus on visualizing future events and the outcomes you desire. But at the outset, it is about raising your vibration and self-awareness, and that is done through shutting out thoughts of past and future, quieting your mind and becoming focused on the present, and tapping into very powerful and empowering universal source energy to propel you on your way. To get yourself primed and ready to employ mind power, you're going to want to align your daily habits with the goal of self-growth and improvement. This is how the word schema, psychology, is explained in Wikipedia. A schema, plural schemata or schemas, describes a pattern of thought or behavior that organizes categories of information and the relationships among them. It can also be described as a mental structure of preconceived ideas, a framework representing some aspect of the world, or a system of organizing and perceiving new information. Schemata influence attention and the absorption of new knowledge. People are more likely to notice things that fit into their schema, while reinterpreting contradictions to this schema as exceptions or distorting them to fit. Self-improvement is the same as reprogramming the schema scripts ingrained within your subconscious mind, and then channeling them to manipulate physical reality. This is the process of self-change, and for many reasons, people are fearful, reluctant, and lazy towards change. One major reason why change doesn't come easily is that you might get an exciting, risky, new thing in your mind that you want to try, that might require a new positive routine and way of thinking. Such adventurous thoughts have to get by the gatekeepers of your conscious mind, those being the negative, self-sabotaging paradigms deeply ingrained within your subconscious thinking. They want nothing to do with exciting, new, risky things. They want to stay the course of safe, uninspired, good old status quo. Just as in the movie Star Wars, when Obi-Wan Kenobi said, when being interrogated by the stormtroopers, "These are not the droids you're looking for," the paradigms will jump up, wave their hand, and say, "These are not the new and exciting things we've been looking for." Or, "This exciting, risky new thing is not in our best interest." Or, "Perhaps tomorrow would be a good time to take another look at it. For now, let's get some yummy ice cream and watch TV." Folks, these bad-ass paradigms are tricky and stubborn, and they hate change. The best way to get your mind to accept new habits and change is to pick a few areas of interest and start slowly. When we get inspired, it is important to act quickly and take action. By doing this, we prove our conviction and belief in our desire. Taking action proves to the universe that you believe that you can have what you desire, and that you're worthy. We must take action to get what we want in our life, understanding when we take action, we open up opportunities and pathways for things to flow into our life experience. If you sit on the couch and rub a genie lamp without taking action, it's not likely you're going to bring the cool stuff that you want into your life experience. Get to the core of how you think the way you do. Most of what we believe to be true was brought into our lives and learned from our parents and culture, mostly in our early childhood years when our brain was in the alpha-theta sponge, absorb mode. It shaped how we saw the world, then perpetuated and reaffirmed that throughout adult life. Call out. To shift the paradigms, understand you must get to the core of why you think the way that you do. Ask the question, what would I have to believe is true to feel this way? This way being the desired state of consciousness in achieving your goals. Don't choose to be under the unconscious patterning of what we are thinking in the process. Become aware of what you believe to be true. Become aware of what you're feeling and what instincts come to the surface. Become aware of how each experience shapes your perspective. It's very important to not get too serious or be too rigid in our desire. We must be in the moment and have a loose attitude about the vibration of our emotional set point. Things around us then become more malleable and formable. Take action, yes, but in a fun spirit. Let go and focus on feeling good, and trust the infinite intelligence to get you there. Follow its lead to find the best pathway of least resistance. Again, don't try to force anything. Stop paddling upstream. Just embrace trust and feeling good, and let the stream of the infinite intelligence, universal source energy guide you. The obstacles in your path are on wheels and can be moved easily out of the way. There's a tendency for us to make them so much more than they need to be. The infinite intelligence knows exactly what is needed for your situation. Fall into it with trust and faith and love, feeling from your heart center, and watch the universal source energy knock itself out to bring you what you want.